Hi, I'm Nathan. So I'm 23 years old. So I got caught by the police when I was 16 years old. I am a Singaporean, but I was brought up in India. The currency exchange was pretty huge, so it was hard to survive in Singapore. My journey began with Hug because I have a case of scamming people before. The reason I led to even scam people is because I am a Singaporean, but I was brought up in India because my parents worked there. So when I came back to Singapore to complete my O levels, the currency exchange was pretty huge. So it was hard to survive in Singapore. So in order to survive in Singapore, I had to go out and make my own money, but it ended up through the most horrible of ways, which was by scamming people. I had a very strong Indian accent back then, so getting bullied was one of the factors as well. So the fastest way to adapt, or people that accepted me, or me being wanting to be part of a community, was with the bad community. Yeah, so those were one of the key struggles. And definitely Singapore is such an expensive place. Financially, you have to be stable. If not, you go through a hard time. After I got caught and went through the whole police investigation, it took a good 5 years for me to even step into court. So in that 5 years, I couldn't work, I couldn't study properly because they would constantly give reminders that you might go to court next month, you might go to court maybe in 2 months' time. So having that fear behind my head that if I step into court, I won't be able to continue what I want to do. So I wasn't able to secure a full-time job. Studying was super difficult. So through that 5 years, it was a slow and painful process to finally getting freedom back. I heard of Hak community through my lawyer when I first met him. So he thought I was a spoiled brat, yeah, and that I didn't know how to do things my own way. That's when he called Pastor Jeff up to come and teach me what's it like to be a normal person. So through this process, Pastor Jeff was the one that came into the picture when I was in the police station to really help me out and journey me through. Because I was only here for about good 3 years. I didn't know what the jurisdiction was, I didn't know what the whole process is of court or even the police investigations. So that Pastor Jeff went through step by step with me, which was soothing in a way. And him being my mentor was the most important thing that he taught me was you gotta live selflessly for people. Being a leader is to serve people, and being a leader is to really understand who they are as people and getting to really have that relatability factor with them. So I put that into practice with all the volunteers, with all the beneficiaries to stakeholders, and I built a community where I could really journey with each and every person, and at the same time they have the adaptability to trust me with the things that they know or they have been struggling with their whole life. But that starts because as a leader, you got to be vulnerable with the people around you, that they can also reciprocate the same. For myself, really is to gain experience, because I spent most of my teenagehood and early 20s really just fooling around doing stupid things. So from now point on is to build experience and to really understand what it is to work as an adult. And now at this point in time, I'm paying my own bills as well. So I'm also covering all my parents' expenses. I'm helping my brother out with many different things, and small steps to maturity in a sense. Yeah. Being a youth at risk, at the same time, I've been to prison before. So these two things really hug these people who can understand who these people are, because it's very difficult to journey people like them due to all the rough circumstances most of these people are going through. But I've been through all of them, and that through this experience I can not only help these group of people, but at the same time build them up to not only gain confidence but to fully be rehabilitated back into society. My advice would be that for now, somebody that wants to be rehabilitated is that the first thing they have to think that it's not for the people that they're doing it for. They're doing it because they want to change themselves. It's the first step into making not only your life better, but through your life you make others happy. Just to give thanks to my mentors, Pastor Jeff, Pastor Grace, because without their constant support and constant believing in me, I wouldn't have been to who I am today, nor would I have the confidence to even step up to be a store manager, or to even be an adult for that case, to really support my own family in that sense. So with their constant guidance and their constant support, they helped me mature and helped me rehabilitate to who I am today.